Can see clear through the smoke.
Hey guys, Rob here, heading to the Annandale show. We're back to Mask On. Let's go inside and see what's here.
My home is you. My home is you. My home is you.
Hey ladies and gents, your pal Rob. Hope you're having a good week. I had a great weekend, went to a comic show, found some awesome comics, and let's see what I found right now. Okay, we have Batman 532, cool Joker cover, and you got a bonus, Batman in Bondage, so something you rarely see. If you look through the Golden Age and Silver Age books, generally Robin's the one who's in bondage situation, so this is something you don't see very often. And if you go back to Gold and Silver Age Joker covers, those are very desirable. They go for a lot of money. And this one's obviously from the 80s, so not worth as much, but still pretty cool. Yeah, Joker on a Joker train. So, cool cover, that's why I bought it. It's purely a cover buy. Haven't read the story, I'm sure the story is interesting, but I bought this because of the cover. This comic is kind of an oddball comic here. Batman $3.99. If you look closely there, you'll see a shrunken head, cover here with an axe, which implied a head being lopped off and shrunken. Now, shrunken head covers were popular in comics from the 40s and 50s up until 1955 when they did the Soddy trials or the Seduction of Innocent trials. Psychologist Dr. Frederick Wortham went on a crusade against comics, or comics that he thought were bad for kids, although a lot of adults read comics too. Anyway, the head shrinking covers were considered not appropriate for kids, and they were banned, kind of like banned from comics for a long time. And this is something you rarely see on new comics anymore at all. Now this comic isn't worth a ton of money, but it's still an oddball thing you just don't see very often. A shrunken head cover on a Batman comic. Okay, this next book here is Batman 408, and this is kind of like a reintroduction and new origin for Jason Todd. And for some reason this book's picked up some heat. Of course, Jason Todd's first appearance is Batman 357. Anyway, Jason Todd later on becomes Red Hood. Okay, this next book here is Batman 10 Nights of the Beast. This is probably one of my favorite Batman storylines. It's a 4-issue series in Batman involving the KG Beast. Now, the KG Beast, after the story, has never been the same. This story, he's called the Beast for a reason. This character was insanely cool, incredible, felt no pain, could do whatever you want, great assassin. This is probably, in my opinion, one of Batman's coolest storylines. He went up against a nemesis who was just on a mission, obviously. Great story, I recommend it's a good read. These books shouldn't cost more than a couple of bucks each. It was really popular a while ago. I still think it's a great story. And like I said, KG Beast is a beast. Okay guys, this book here, The Astonishing X-Men 4. This is the first appearance of a character. Her name is Armor. And she's a mutant her powers are that she can project a suit of armor around herself, or I think even actually use it as a weapon. Now, the reason why I talk about her is, first of all, her book can be found cheaply. I find them for $1 still. I see them, I don't always pick them up. Maybe I should, because I'm starting to see her more and more on other comic covers. A comic came out recently, I think it was one of the latest X-Men books, where she was in the cover, with an armor projected around her. I thought it was pretty cool. I should have bought that comic to show you, but it doesn't matter. The point being is, this comic can still be found for $1 or less. And she's a mutant who a lot of people may not have never heard of. And if we see her in the future in some future movie or cartoon or a show, we'll wish you bought this book for $1 when it's still available for $1. Hey, if you ever consider selling a comic collection, you might want to consider Infinity Comics. They'll buy collections large or small, and sometimes individual books. And if you do contact them, tell me your pal Rob sent you. Found this for $1. Astonishing X-Men number 10, a book we've talked about for a long time. I've shown you many times before. I still buy them. This is the first appearance of Agent Sidron and Agent DENZ. They're both agents of SWORD. You know, SWORD's it's SHIELD's outer space unit, you know, cosmic unit. So this is a book that's, since the price has come down because there's no more news, no more buzz about this comic right now. That being said, for $1, I think it's okay to buy it and sit on it for a while until we start hearing more news whether or not we're going to see SWORD, which I'm sure we will see in the future of Marvel, since we're going cosmic and also going into time travel. So for $1, I think it's a great spec. If your comics need to be pressed, I recommend Basement Comics. I've used them for a long time. They've been around for years. They have a fast turnaround time. And if you do contact them, tell them Rob sent you. His next comic goes to, oh, by the way, thank you, Jason, for this comic. I appreciate it, Jason and Dimitri from Pop-Up Comics. I appreciate the deals you guys give me. Rob and Ez, Rob, those books you gave me, I'll be showing them soon. Awesome deal, I appreciate it. The book for today is gonna be Darth Maul, #2. This is the David Aja cover. Now, I'm really going in strong on the Star Wars, Clone Wars, Rebel Resistance spec books. This book is incredible. This is a 1 in 25. Great Darth Maul cover. Sorry about the glare there. This is the first appearance of Cad Bane. Cad Bane is an insane, I would dare say, Boba level bounty hunter. If anybody has seen Clone Wars or even Bad Batch, his look, his famous hat, and his voice are insanely cool. I'm sure we're gonna see him in future shows. Maybe Ahsoka, probably The Mandalorian. This book set me back $160 thanks to Jason. I appreciate it, sir. This book goes for a lot of money. It's not perfect, but it's in great shape. If you look at this book in 9.8, I think it goes for over $1,000. So mine's not 9.8 obviously, but still a cool book that's hard to find for a reasonable price. I hope you guys like the comics. I will see you soon. The best wall here.